Go time here in Qatar, 22 laps. And we are underway as the lights go out, and it's another fantastic start from Marc Marquez. Better start actually from the VR4060, or particularly Di Gian Antonio. Maverick Vinales has got away well down into turn one. Fabio Quartararo tried to get to the inside. Alex Marquez has run into the side of Marc Marquez, and Frankie Morbidelli takes over at the front.
Yeah, the collision, I think the part of the wing has come off Alex Marquez's bike, so there's something flying around. No, it might have been Marc Marquez's bike.
It might be his knee slide as well. Something popped off the side of Marc's bike, I think. Anyway, it's Morbidelli leading from Marc Marquez in second, Maverick in third. Here comes Alex Marquez back again, but who said he didn't want to pass his brother? He gave him a good rub in there.
Well, with plan A was ruffle Marc up, and it's already happened. We've had contact, so let's find out what's missing. Look, Marc's looking uncomfortable, isn't he?
Yeah, Frankie's going out the front, but this is it, the first couple of laps, what we said yesterday. It takes some time for him to get up to speed. He also says, Neil, that in these evening conditions, he has a vibration problem on the early laps.
Yeah, I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, Marc, at the moment, just not getting into this one. It's Gian Antonio taking charge. Morbidelli pulling away at the front.
Second up.
Great to see Frankie back out the front. He has not won since that season. Oh! Alex Marquez has run into the side of Fabio Di Gian Antonio. Hand goes up from Alex Marquez, but he could well have ruined Digi's race here.
What happened then? I mean, that was bizarre. It was one of the fastest parts of the track. He looked like he came from miles behind, almost like he missed his braking point.
At the front, the gap has closed to a second. Here comes Alex Marquez now. Meanwhile, Johan Zarco, that promotes up to 5th place. He's having a rare old ride. Bear in mind, pulled out of the race yesterday when the soft tyre went off.
Yeah, a massive vibration. He didn't know actually the tyre was delaminating. Is this the lap Marc gets back? Perfect position, should get a good slipstream. If he goes to the inside, no. Yes, he is. He's going to have a look.
He's levelled in. He's doing it. Inside Bagnaia. That's going to get tight. Surely he's got to run a bit deep there. Is he able to hold on? And where Alex Marquez yesterday wasn't able to come back, Marc is. And he holds on in front of Bagnaia into turn 2. That was tight.
That was tight.
Marquez is
here we go, last corner.
Here we go from Maverick Vinales. Who saw this one coming? Pecco Bagnaia.
Yeah, definitely didn't. That genuinely shocks you when someone passes you that you're not expecting.
And let's have a look at the KTM versus the Legati. On board we go with Bagnaia. They've got great top speed, the KTM. But Bagnaia, tried to level him, but Maverick's going to go wide.
Surely, because that was deep. He always held it. Right, perfect position for Mav.
Oh yeah, should get him here. Yeah. This is wonderful to see. Maverick Vinales, not the Yamaha and Honda that we used to see these two scrap on.
He's going to let the brake off.
He has done.
Perfect.
And Marc Marquez has to give way.
Perfect pass that from Maverick.
Wow. Marc Marquez lurking, Pecco Bagnaia lurking. We have got an absolute cracker under the floodlights of LUSAIL. And Maverick Vinales is closing in. He takes to the inside and looks like Marc Marquez is going to come through as well. Frankie Morbidelli goes from 1st to 3rd in turn 1. Maverick Vinales on the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 bike leads the Qatar Grand Prix.
I'm really speechless.
Pecco now attacking his teammate. That's a lunge, isn't it? At turn 4.
That was brave, that.
Is Morbidelli come back at him? Of course he is. Morbidelli never knows when he's beaten. He's aggressive, even with his pals, and he reclaims 3rd spot.
Not a lot of room there.
Wow. Wonderful Grand Prix that we're getting here. Here comes, there he is. That's Pecco Bagnaia.
Be careful. These are really good friends. Were good friends.
And they were like this at the ranch all the week. Bagnaia's going to have the inside line. No!
Wow. There's some trust there.
Frankie Morbidelli's going to come back at him. Of course he is. Oh, wow, from Morbidelli. How on earth have they not touched here? The crowd will be on their feet. This is superb. Well, I think in the commentary box here.
Honestly, best of friends, train together. And actually, they do this on a daily basis at Valentino's ranch, riding the dirt bikes. Here he comes, Zarco.
He's going to go solo. That's late. Frankie will try and hang on the outside. Zarco will run him up as high as he can onto the curbs.
That was very clever of Zarco to pick the bike up at the right time.
Oh, that's where Martinez crashed. No, what's happened here? Look at the marks on the track. What has happened? He didn't need this.
Has he run off the edge of the curb, lost the front?
Oh, I think he must have, Neil, and he did not need this.
That's exactly what he's done.
happened. Oh, onto his right hand that will have been. Not the plan.
He's wide again,
wide,
really wide.
And Marc Marquez takes advantage on this occasion. Struggling on the left-hand side here is Maverick Vinales. We saw it in turn 2, we've just seen it in turn 6, and now Marc Marquez takes over at the front. Here is yellow flag still out, but not here, not in this part of the racetrack. Binder in front of Bezzecchi, but Bezzecchi is coming through on the inside. Binder just ran deep at turn 1. Maybe a similar kind of problem to what Vinales is having.
Yeah, I sort of feel out of breath when I watch Binder. Just he's all action, isn't he? Oh, another fastest lap.
Fastest ever race lap here from Marc Marquez. New race lap record from Marc Marquez, a 52.5 this time.
Yeah, and now he applies the thumb screws.
Morbidelli up to 4th. We have given props to Maverick Vinales in 2nd. Johan Zarco there, still battling for 4th with Frankie Morbidelli. Johan's not giving it up. That was going to be a lunge from him as he came through turn 10.
Well, there's always a chance into the last corner. Well, you have a chance into turn 15 or a chance into the last corner. And Zarco is close enough and definitely brave enough. I'm just concerned, though, that Frankie Morbidelli's peripheral vision sometimes is in question, so I'd hate to see these two collide on the last corner and end up going down.
On board with the Frenchman.
This is the key. If you want to get the pass, you've got to get the run through here. Maybe not quite, no.
I don't think it's going to happen at the front, though. What is going to happen is that Marc Marquez is going to win under the night skies of Qatar. Marc Marquez lights it up again. His first win here for 11 years, and it's a statement win in the desert. It wasn't supposed to be his territory this weekend, Neil, and he's stretching clear at the top of the championship. He wins. That's from Newcastle United footballer, isn't it? Jose Lu, who's waving the checkered flag. Maverick Vinales, the standout for me this evening.
Absolutely.
Takes second place.
Man of the meeting for me, Maverick.
Absolutely.